Thank you, MC. Yang berbahagia, Dato' Jeffrey bin Arifin, Minister of Tourism, Culture and Environment Sabah. Yang berbahagia, Dato' Surveyor Haji Muhammad Yusri Abdullah, Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Environment Sabah. Mr. Anwar bin Ismail, Chief Government and Regulatory Advisory of Petronas, representing Datuk Tunku Muhammad Taufik, President and Group CEO of Petronas. Yang berbahagia, Datuk Daryl Weber, Technical Advisor to Chief Minister on matters related to climate change. Mr. Vitalis J. Moduying, Director of Environment Protection Department Sabah. Yang berbahagia, Datuk Dr. Glenn Reynolds, Director of Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership, SERP. Media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to speak on behalf of the youth of Sabah in the matters of climate change. Climate change, we have heard about it many times in the media, in the news, even in our national policies. My name is Azmil, and I am standing here today to represent the youth, the new generation of Sabah. Who are we, you may ask? We are your children, we are your grandchildren, we are your colleagues, we are your acquaintances. In Western countries, youth have been very vocal with regards to climate change and have proved to be prominent figures and inspiration to many of us. These youths have mobilized thousands of young people around the world for climate strikes and actions. But don't forget, and do not forget, that we also have youth in Sabah that have been making great impacts and at grassroots levels through climate change advocacies and initiatives. Knowing the fact that youth are taking climate change seriously, I am here today to represent them, to share our voice on climate change in Sabah. We, the youths of Sabah, are no exception. We have been watching our earth suffer, witnessing the promise of a bright and safe future for our generation, but the next thing we know, diminishes before our very own eyes, watching people's selfish acts, ruining our natural treasures, flash floods that may come anytime, washing away our kampungs, destroying our homes and our childhood memories. Rising temperatures that affecting the health of the most vulnerable groups, the children and the elderly, as well as compromising our education. We are aware of these issues and we have been taking actions, even if it's at a smaller level and a small scale, but we can only do so much by ourselves. And there is one thing that we believe we can change everything, that is togetherness. We need as much support and involvement from the government, the private sectors, NGOs, teachers, students, public, and everyone across borders to take actions. We need to work together, stronger and smarter. Only by working in unity can we mitigate this climate crisis. Please listen. We also want to be given the opportunity, a chance to voice out our opinions and suggestions in mitigating this crisis, to take action against climate change, and most importantly, we want to play a bigger role, to be involved in programs and decision-making processes related to climate actions. We no longer have the luxury of time to sit and merely discuss plans. This is a problem that we are facing now, and it will indeed be a much greater challenge for generations to come. To the people who have the power to make decisions, we urge you to take tangible action now. Climate change knows no border. Its impacts are evident, and in Sabah, there is no exception from we experiencing it. We, the children and young people of Sabah, will inherit this land from you. It is our given responsibility to continue to care, protect, and conserve our natural resources and ecosystems, our rich biodiversity, our culture, and our heritage. We don't want the future generations to look at our beautiful desert state only through Google Images, Google Lens, and history books. This is why we believe that we need to take actions against climate change now. And leading towards the conference today, I and many other Sabahan youths shared our opinions and voices to the organizers on the actions that need to be taken now. Therefore, I would like you to please consider, firstly, investing and upscaling climate change action programs at schools, within communities, and among private and government sectors. Grants and funds should be available specifically to support this creation and implementation of climate change related programs. Secondly, strengthening the knowledge and skills of children and youth by increasing environmental education, outreach, and awareness effort on the climate change mitigation, adaptation, and sustainable lifestyle. Thirdly, is to provide a platform for children and youth to voice out their ideas. This could be in the form of forming Sabah Youth Climate Action Group by engaging the youth across Sabah with expertise, scientists, policymakers, and taking into their account and ideas and vision on possible climate change actions. Fourth, policymakers need to take urgent actions, as climate change is no longer a prediction, but it is happening now, and it is real and in the state of emergency. Please take the climate change crisis seriously and do not neglect our voices. Fifth is to incorporate sustainable development in state planning and shifting towards green facilities and eco-friendly materials in schools, public, and even in the office of private and government. Six, to encourage knowledge sharing between the scientific and the research community, relevant agencies with the public. Finally, to everyone here today, physically and virtually, climate change is real, and the impacts now are being felt here, not only in Sabah, but across the world, and we may lose more land, we may lose more resources, we may lose more biodiversity, and even we may lose more lives. And to my fellow youths, let's continue to work together, work harder, and become stronger. This is our land, and this is our lives. We are the one who will live in this world and bear the consequences if no action are to be taken immediately. We will wait no longer, and we will fight together towards combating climate change in hope for a better future. Thank you.